If I set the sauna, it's at 185. If he sets the sauna, it's at 205. So I like to set the sauna.
So it's usually around 185.
I wear all my jewelry in the sauna.
Same.
I wouldn't sauna if I had to take my jewelry off, because my motto in life is that I literally never ever take off my jewelry, ever. If I can't do it in jewelry, I can't do it. I'm Jess, this is Adam, my husband, and we own Hello Adorn. Our business is a handmade jewelry brand. We started it, well, the origin story is a little complicated, but the short version is we went into business together. I started it in like 2010. We went into business together in 2016 and really started growing it from then. We do it right here in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and we have about 55 employees. Our business comes mainly through our website. We also have a brick and mortar store, and we also sell wholesale. We started getting really interested in sauna when we discovered this spa nearby called Sundara, and it was our favorite place to go for weekends, anniversary, any occasion we could think of really. And mainly it was just to do their bath ritual. They have all these services offered, and we almost never did that. We just wanted to check in, put a robe on, and go do their bath ritual. That's sort of where our love for the steam, sauna, hot, cold sort of experience was really interesting to us.
Yeah, and then we had a buddy, Rich Porter, who we have to give credit to, who turned us on to you guys specifically. Him and his brother and cousin have a record storage company called Deep Cut, and they're really into like very aesthetically pleasing wood crafting. His cousin was a contractor by trade, true craftsman, so he was obsessed with you guys and started telling us about the saunas you build. So yeah, he was the one that kind of turned us on. That's when we started following along.
Yeah, when we built this house, which is a black house with wood accents, he was like, oh, if you guys ever get a sauna, I have the company for you. It's the perfect aesthetic.
He teed it up.
Yeah, and then I was like, ooh, a sauna at our house, wait, that could be a game changer.
Woo! So we went up to meet Justin finally. He had invited us up to your spot so we could tour it and check it out, because Jess had actually gotten interested in your indoor saunas you guys were doing. So we went up there, but like once we got there, I was just so intrigued by everything you guys had going on, and Justin and everybody's passion for the sauna. So it kind of felt like we're looking at these indoor things you have going on. And so we started asking Justin, like, well, how much are these and how much more? So honestly, being up at your shop, kind of seeing the crew, seeing all the aesthetics that you guys had put together, your sauna up there. We left that night and we went and did your sauna experience. We stayed at Pier B, and I was kind of just pushing on Justin. I'm like, I really think we should think about, one of their actual builds that they're known for. And by the time we were done with that sauna experience, Jess was like, like, let's do it. no more indoor sauna.
It was the classic bait and switch.
Yeah. Pretty successfully played.
I thought I would use the indoor more. If Adam's gone, I don't know if I'll come outside by myself. I didn't know, we didn't have all of this planned at the time either, mind you. So I was like, if the sauna is farther back in the backyard, am I gonna feel comfortable going out there by myself at night? I don't know. We did it in the winter, and after experiencing like the coming out of the hot sauna into the freezing cold, and I do not like the cold weather. I am not a cold weather fan, but that feeling that was so refreshing, and I was like just grateful to be outside in the winter after coming out of a 200-degree sauna. I was like, this is a much better experience than coming out of my basement sauna to my room temperature house. I'm not really interested in any winter sports or being outside in the winter for any reason. But now that we have the sauna, we're out here 5 nights a week in the winter, and I feel like I'm just in the snow more and breathing the cold, fresh air more. So I think that's a major plus for me.
The surprise for me was like the fun we've had with the neighborhood, like the community aspect of it. That's why you mentioned, there's only 2 of us, but we got the larger model. But we really wanted, it wasn't just so we could sneak out and sit in it. We're not drinkers, we don't party too much, but we love community, we love our neighborhood, we have a lot of good friends out here. So we started a little tradition in the winter called Sauna Sundays. The neighbors can come over, they can bring their kids. I mean, it's just kind of whoever comes, and people can go in the hot tub, they can go in the cold plunge, the sauna. But that's been like just a great opportunity for us to really like connect with people, hang out at like a mid-morning time. We do like 10 a.m. to noon. We do like Sauna Sundays, and everybody's really just enjoyed
Sometimes
that.
we have 10 families here.
Yeah.
We bring in donuts. The kids
we
call us
always
the
get
donut
donuts.
house.
Yeah, we've become known as the donut house.
They watch a movie in the theater room, and the parents do the sauna, and sometimes the kids will be in the hot tub, and again, we get outside in the winter. That's probably the most unexpected win for me, is that pretty consistent unplugging. I've tried to bring an electronic in there. You cannot. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I really wish I could just get 20 minutes of work done while I'm in here, and I'll try, and it turns it off pretty quick. So it's a forced unplug, which I actually really appreciate. I call it my think tank. Sometimes Adam and I will go in there intentionally not talking about work, and sometimes we go in there intentionally to solve problems about work. And we always come out feeling like we have more answers than we went in with.
We're busy, and it's been an amazing advantage to literally be at work and be like, are we gonna leave in an hour? Yeah, we'll turn it on, and you come home and it's ready. So that was absolutely the right choice for us. I don't, to each their own, I think, in regard to that, whether you do electric or wood or the Wi-Fi edition. But if you're busy and you're on the go all the time, I mean, the Wi-Fi for us is just extremely convenient. That app's been amazing, so we love that. It's been a great addition for us.
I think for me the biggest benefit is just calming my nervous system. I feel like I'm overstimulated 90% of my waking life. We run a business, we have kids, there's just a lot of busyness in our life, and so getting in the sauna, unplugging like we talked about, and just feeling that after those first 2, 3, 4 minutes, I feel like I melt like ice cream. My shoulders just kind of drop, and then I start to just like leave some of those things I walked in with out and just kind of get to reset. That's been probably my biggest mental health benefit, and then the sleep at night is great. We didn't plan on having all of our neighbors over at once. It really worked out great that we do that and we enjoy that, but I wanted a bench long enough to lay down on, and I didn't want it to feel like I had to sit just like this in my sauna. I wanted to be able to lay down with my feet up, or maybe do like some meditation or yoga in there. So we wanted a bigger sauna for that reason, and then it turned out to be a blessing because we love to host people over here in it too. A couple of the major design decisions were around window placement. We look at our woods, which I really love, and then we have neighbors on either side of us, so I just wanted to make sure that we had privacy options, but also still didn't obstruct all the beautiful greenery that we have views of. So we went with the smoked glass so that our neighbor up the hill couldn't look directly down into our window, but we still get to see out the full amount. And then we have a transom window that looks in the back. I didn't want the whole sauna to face the backyard. I felt like, even before we planned a pool, I just felt like I didn't want to be facing away from the house. That felt unnatural to me, so this design just worked great for the layout of our lot. We got the sauna almost 3 years ago, knowing that we wanted a pool. We didn't have this full design, but we knew at some point we were gonna want a pool, so we set the sauna on a temporary pad. We had an excavator come in and level the ground, put the dirt and the rock
timbers,
and then some timber, and put it on that, knowing that it was temporary. And then about 2 years later, we started the pool build. So they took the sauna and moved it back by the woods, and then finished the pool, and then and the fence and all the concrete, and then they craned the sauna in and just dropped it right in its forever home.
Yeah. And that was like, so we had like a 2 to 3 month with no sauna. That was hard. That was the only downside, was we had to unplug it, put it back there. But then same thing, we didn't even need you guys to come back. Your team worked with our pool contractor, and they told them, how to do it and how to work with the crane. And yeah, just everything felt like we got to kind of stay out of it. We just connected the people that, hey, locally we want to work with these guys, and here's Johnny from Cedar Stone. And I mean, we didn't really have to do a whole lot, to be honest. So
since we got this sauna, we don't even do a lot of the things. Like we don't go to the spa anymore, which is probably why this is probably paid for itself, really. It feels like one of those things where everybody who leaves here goes and searches for sauna online.
Yeah, totally. They're sold.
How to build a sauna.
Yeah.